What's up, everyone? Welcome to Benched. My name's Joey, joined by my brother Angel. What up, dog?
Hello, good morning.
Episode number 95 here on Benched, Friday, February 23rd, 2024. And it's on this day, February 24th, 2024, that my co-host turns the big 3-0.
30.
How's it feeling?
A lot of emotion, I don't know, it's a big one. This is a big one.
Yeah, let's be transparent here. Today's the 22nd. We're recording. Tomorrow's Angel's birthday, but we gotta, that's the showbiz biz.
Yeah.
But yeah, Angel's turning 30. I'm in a tear.
It's a lot of emotion.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
On today's episode, we're gonna get into the news. All the teams maneuvering, doing their shrewd maneuvering, right?
Or
contracts,
not so obvious maneuvering.
Yeah. I think that's what shrewd means.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shrewd was a verb.
Yeah, I think it's also an animal, to be honest. Anyway,
the Western shrewd.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of contracts getting converted into salary bonuses to maneuver the cap. You have all the cap stuff that's maneuvering.
The cap gymnastics.
Yes, and then you have the players also doing their thing
because they all have podcasts.
Yep, people getting unfollowed. People sending out cryptic tweets.
Yeah.
Goodbyes getting posted to teams. All that's happening right now. We're going to get into it. And then we're going to get into this Justin Fields appearance on the Amon-Ra St. Brown podcast. Not sure that's what it's called, but that's his podcast, and that's what we're going to call it. If you're watching here on YouTube, welcome.
Hi.
If you're new to the show, thanks for joining us. We do 3 shows a week, no matter what.
No matter what.
And we have a lot of fun while we're doing it. It's our first season. Thank you to all of you who have rolled with us through these first couple of months. And it's since last July. I didn't realize.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, we've done this for a while.
This is really starting to stack up here. But thank you to all you who have joined us since the day one, or wherever you jumped on the podcast. Yeah. We appreciate that you're here now. If you're listening to Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcast, thanks for joining us. We're on all those platforms, so make sure you go and follow us there. And then, of course, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We're on all those platforms as well, posting all sorts of nonsense.
Yeah.
Search at Benched Show, spelled just like that. And you can follow us on all those platforms. And I suggest that you do going into free agency and draft season because news is going to come just so fast.
Wet and wild.
I was already thinking, I'm going to have to have these posts so ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
a lot of people.
Yeah, templates just ready to go because stuff just starts coming here. And I love it. Here for it. Let's get this out of the way first. I should have wore a jacket. I'm freezing.
Okay.
I'm absolutely freezing.
Yeah.
But
I'm good.
Yeah. I'm just going to, sorry, it's on my mind. I'm not going to be able to relax until I express it.
Okay, gotcha.
I feel like now I'm good.
Okay.
Now I'm good. And so let's move on here to episode number 95.
95.
Yeah, 5 away from 100. We have a bunch of things cooking. Pretty much everything's set in motion now.
Except, yeah.
Right?
One thing, yeah. It's just not finalized. Some things aren't finalized, so we're waiting to let it completely cook.
Yeah, releasing a bunch of things on episode number 100, so hopefully you're around for that. A lot of exciting things. The show is going to change a little bit. But just more of all the good things.
It's going to upgrade.
Yeah, more of all the good things.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. So make sure you're following all the platforms. Let's talk some football. A list got released. I'm trying to source it, but don't know who it is. So sorry. But the best total attendance in the NFL. These kind of lists come out in this time of year when it kind of slows down. Number one, it's gonna be the Cowboys. Jerry's World. Everyone goes to visit there. It's not necessarily even all Cowboy fans, even though Cowboy Nation is massive.
For as much as we hate on them or they get hate, Jerry sure does know how to sell a freaking football team. I mean, they're like the richest team in North America.
Yeah, I mean, he does everything so well. As far as events and stuff like that, we went to the training camp in Oxnard this last year, and it's just a great event. It runs so well.
It was a good time. I was not even aware that it was a Cowboys camp because it was just so much fun.
Really?
Yeah.
I was pretty aware. I mean, as an Eagles fan, I think it just
I was having a good time. Yeah.
But no, I had a great time. I mean, everything's run so well. But that's not the point here. The point here is the top 5, you have the Cowboys, which are, a juggernaut. And then you have the 2 New York teams, the Jets and the Giants. Makes sense.
New York media.
And number 5, you have the Rams, so L.A. What was so impressive to me is the Packers right there.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to, I know Packer fans can rub people the wrong way, as all fan bases can.
Yeah.
But shout out to the Packers up there in Lambeau on the frozen tundra being on this freaking list, because that's pretty incredible.
It's their entire town is in love with the Packers.
I mean, sandwiched between, you got New York here, you got right behind them L.A., Denver, and Philly. Like, you have all these massive, cities, and then you have Green Bay right in there. Yeah. Shout out to that. Packers are one of the teams that just make the NFL what we know and love. I think of Buffalo as another one of those teams.
Buffalo, yeah.
But yeah, love that. I thought that was kind of a cool thing to see.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the Chiefs aren't higher, because they're in the midst of their most popular era they've ever had, and they're number 7?
Yeah, number 7. I guess we should say here, rounding out the top 10 here, they have the Chiefs at 7. Sorry, is that 7? Is this top 10? I'm just going to read the whole list. Cowboys, Jets, Giants, Packers, Rams. That's the top 5. At the bottom here, the Broncos, Eagles, Chiefs, Seahawks go 12. And another LA team there, the Chargers.
The Chargers are surprising. Besides that one fake fan who is all of a sudden gone from our lives.
She's not a plant.
You know who she is? It's that multicultural Asian woman.
Is she multicultural?
I don't know.
She just looks Asian to me.
But either way,
trying to be politically correct there.
Yeah, and then I was like, man, that's really racist. I should say that.
No, I think the Chargers are there because they're in LA, and all these teams are coming, and their fan bases are going to.
Now we got Harbaugh there and Herbert.
Yeah,
this probably will improve next year.
Now, I was going to say all these teams come to play the Chargers, and those fan bases show up.
Oh yeah,
So I think that's probably part of the Rams.
Actually, yeah, I only went to the Rams Stadium to watch the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on there. Number 95. Any great players come out number 95?
God,
Michael Kendricks, linebacker for the Eagles.
Oh yeah, number 95.
Yeah,
you know what?
He was a
I
cool
don't
guy.
know 95. I'm sure Chris Jones.
Hey, shout out Chris Jones.
There you go.
Super Bowl champ.
3-time champion.
Maybe the most underrated player in that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
he might have been the MVP.
Yeah, he. I know when we were doing awards for these teams, I almost gave him the almost Aaron Donald award, but now he has more championships than Aaron Donald. So I apologize, Chris.
Greatness scale: Chris Jones, Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald's better.
Yeah.
I think first ballot Hall of Famer. Chris Jones
would be there. Chris Jones in the first ballot Hall of Famer?
Probably is.
I was going to say I was going to put that in a tweet so fast.
It's even more of a landslide with.
I was going to put that in a tweet so fast.
No.
Let's get into the news. Local Phillies reporter released something that I think it solved everyone's problems here. We now know what happened to the Eagles.
Okay.
At one point, the unquestioned best team in the league this last year, and then just a historic fall from grace. We now know why. Eagles, Big Dom, getting suspended from standing on the sidelines, hurt the Eagles down the stretch. This is reports from a beat writer or whatever. So maybe he doesn't like certain people in the building, and he says this stuff. This is how beat reporters go. But Nick Sirianni got into numerous arguments with players and coaches without Dom patrolling the sidelines. Big Dom controls Nick Sirianni's emotions during games, and this is what he attributes to the Eagles' collapse.
I'll
take this one. If it's true, and you need someone there managing your emotions, then bad news. That's not great. This is not true.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for saying it.
This is not real.
Thank you.
This is classic Philadelphia sports media.
Yeah.
But yeah, this came out, and I thought, well, I guess it's everywhere. Might as well bring it up and kind of give my thoughts on it. Yeah, what do you think?
Complete bullshit.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, this is just complete, this is just they need a reason why, because no one really knows why they flamed out. So this is just this is one of the reasons why, because Big Dom went there.
Yeah, the best explanation or a commentary I've heard on it is one of our players, Britton Covey, a receiver, punt returner. He was at, I think, Radio Row in Super Bowl, and he mentioned, listen, we were just, I think, exhausted coming off the Super Bowl, and then just emotionally exhausted trying to figure out what this problem was. And just every week, all right, we think we got it this time, and then it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Things wouldn't click that week as well, and they just go in this cycle over and over again for as long as that season, and that's a lot to go through. So that's the best explanation I've heard of, but this one is just, to me, just crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it seems like a bit of a stretch. But anyway, I wanted to cover it. Adrian Peterson.
This
A story came out that Adrian Peterson was selling his MVP, his Rookie of the Year, his Offensive Player of the Year trophies, and much more, trying to make a couple bucks in his estate sale.
This was refuted by him, though.
Yeah, it was refuted by him. I'm looking for the video. I can't find it at the moment, but as I'm looking for it, how much are you paying for those?
For an MVP, I'm paying. If I have the money, I'll buy an Adrian Peterson MVP. You kidding me? To be in the center of my living room. MVP, Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, and trophies in the state sale in Houston. Yeah, this isn't happening, but God, he probably had people actually call him and ask him how much did he want for him.
Here's Adrian Peterson on this report of him selling all of his accolades from his Hall of Fame career.
I want to clarify recent rumors and media reports. An estate sale company without my authorization included some of my trophies in the sale, despite clear instructions to leave personal items untouched. I did not authorize the sale of any of my trophies, and I will be taking legal action. Trusting this company without supervision was my mistake. We allowed them to go into several of our storage units with clear instructions. They clearly did something.
It could have some bullshit. Oh,
I want to emphasize that I am financially stable. It would never sell off my
hard-earned accolades. Sorry, video's acting up there, but yeah. So there's Adrian Peterson refuting those rumors. Thank God, because that's usually when athletes start selling off things, and they made like millions upon millions upon millions. It's always like it's never a great sign. I don't know how this happens. Like how does someone? I guess not everyone is into sports, and we have to keep that in mind. But someone sees an MVP trophy and think, yeah, he probably wants that as part of the state sale.
Yep.
Throw that on the table.
It was some young gun hotshot salesman. Like, dude, you know what I'm gonna do? Adrian Peterson's MVP trophy. Put it on there. Yeah. Poor guy.
I mean, offensive rookie of the year. His rookie of the year, his offensive player of the year, and it says much more. I mean, I saw the table.
I mean, he has a lot of accolades.
It's pretty wild. I mean, we believe Adrian Peterson here, right?
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and side with the athlete here.
Sure.
Just someone kind of taking advantage of him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it sucks that he has to take legal action, but I mean, you get a lot of money for that shit.
Yeah. I'm not sure how well run this says his whole organization is, but, let's get those. I'm guessing they were sold then. And now he has to try to get them back?
No, they were just offered, but he's like, I'm not selling them.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what. No, he didn't sell them. He said that someone put them on there, and he's like, no, I'm not selling them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he goes on to say in the video, I'm getting a little glitchy here, but he goes on the video to say, like, if I did want to sell them, I know people I could sell them to. I'm not going to put them online. So, anyways, AP, hold it down there, big guy. Let's finish well here. Caleb Williams is set to enter the NFL without an agent to represent him per Pro Football Talk. Lamar Jackson does this.
Yeah.
Something to be concerned about?
No.
Yes,
this happens a lot more than people think now.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about it because, it can happen. It can happen well. But if your dad is that guy or someone who doesn't clearly know what they're doing, look at the Lamar Jackson thing. Like, as good as that's worked out, it wasn't handled well. It wasn't handled well.
No.
You wasted a lot of time. You wasted a lot of drama just to end up exactly where you could have been months ago.
Yeah.
Because people were handling it who didn't really know what they were doing. So I don't love this about Caleb Williams. It kind of, especially with what we know about him so far, kind of had a reputation of being a diva, being a little high maintenance. The whole thing about early on not wanting to go to the Bears, about wanting ownership of part of whatever team he went to. Like, these stories are starting to stack and starting to paint a picture of someone that I'm not crazy about. So not crapping on Caleb Williams. He's going to come in. He's going to be a stud.
Sounds like you're crapping on Caleb Williams.
No, I'm just representing both sides of the story here. Like, he's going to come in and be a superstar, but these stories are starting to stack and paint a very certain picture that I'm not crazy about.
Yeah. I mean, the NFL agent thing, that I'm fine with that. I think, it wasn't handled right, but there's a lot of players who handle their own situations and be just fine. DeAndre Hopkins did it for like half his career, or for the last part of his career. He just got paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really mind it, but it does add up though to all the stuff that he's been, rumored about being a little bit of diva and all that kind of shit. So I don't mind it, but let's slow down in here a little bit, Caleb. Let's do some things the normal way. Let's not be so trend-setty, and so let's stop being in the headlines for like anything but football.
A lot of people are saying he's like the first true Gen Z superstar coming into the league.
Oh yeah.
Which is going to be interesting just because the old schoolness of the NFL is still kind of there, but kind of, transitioning out. And now you have someone like Caleb Williams, who's just, I think,
God, was he born in 2000?
Is going to be, I don't know when he was born.
Oh my
God.
God.
But it's going to be just a different kind of superstar than I think we've seen. If he is a superstar, I'm not going to crown him some stud yet, but it's just going to be interesting to see what Caleb Williams, how he handles the pressures of the NFL, how he handles people criticizing him. How he handles teams playing hardball with him, because the NFL teams, they don't give a crap. They'll play hardball with Lamar Jackson. How old is he?
This dude was born in 2001.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's a Gen Z baby.
Sheesh.
The Giants could potentially use a transition tag on free agent Xavier McKinney. I think who's 24. I didn't know Xavier McKinney was that young. It would cost the Giants $13.9 million, which would be some savings on the franchise tag. This is what their transition tag is. It allows a player to negotiate with any team and come up with a deal, with the Giants having the ability to match that offer sheet and retain the player. So I think this is what the Ravens did with Lamar Jackson. Hey, go negotiate.
Yeah.
Whatever deal you find, we're just going to match it. I think that's smart by the Giants, actually.
I think the Giants just end up keeping him.
Yeah, we want to keep you anyway.
Yeah, he probably gets a nice offer, but teams are also like, why are we doing this if they're just going to match it?
Right.
Or why are we going to waste our time negotiating with somebody when we know the team just,
Yeah, it's definitely a way. I think the idea of this franchise tag was a good idea, but that's the way it seems to always work out anyway.
It never works out for the players' interest.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be like, all right, these guys are going to get as much money as they can because we're going to compete. We're going to introduce some competition to their they're being signed, but it kind of just keeps teams away because no one wants to waste their time.
Yep.
Baltimore Ravens Marcus Williams, a favorite of ours.
Yeah.
Great, scrappy cornerback, is a possible salary cap casualty that can save $7 million in cap space with a June 1st designation. Geno Stone there is supposed to be the priority for them. Safety.
I don't know why. Marcus Williams is fantastic.
Well, Geno Stone is too. So it's kind of they got to pick which one they want to roll with going forward. Apparently here
they're picking the younger
Geno Stone.
one.
Yeah. Marcus Williams though will move on and be a stud somewhere.
Yeah, he's the reason why they were able to do so many creative things with Kyle Hamilton, because they had Marcus Williams, back there just playing, center field, kind of quarterbacking, that secondary.
Yeah, Marcus Williams could do that. He's very good in man coverage himself. He can come down and play the slot. He can play bigger receivers. He can match up with the tight end for a couple snaps. I mean, Marcus Williams is a very
versatile safety.
Yeah. Like he's gonna be snatched up really quick.
Yeah,
and probably for a number that's not as bad as some of these top guys.
Yeah, I think the Colts could use someone like him. Like the teams off the top of my head who have cap space and need, like, this guy will add a lot. Will pair well with another safety. I
don't want to send everyone to the Texans, but he'd be a great.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid Texans, but he'd pair well with like Petrie and Jimmy Ward.
Might be a nice replacement for Eddie Jackson in Chicago.
Yeah.
Go over to the Bears. Come over to Philly, maybe. Fangio.
A lot of spots because he just fits everywhere because he's just a versatile safety.
On now to one of the most confusing relationships in the NFL, the Panthers and Brian Burns. Panthers pass rusher Brian Burns seeking $30 million per year on a contract extension. Panthers willing to go as high as 5 years at $27 million a year. You would think that an NFL franchise, a professional NFL franchise, and one of the superstars of that league being $3 million apart per season would be able to figure that out. I have all the confidence in the world that they are not going to find a happy medium.
Yeah, because David Tepper is a moron, and also these players get petty, and they want to be the highest paid.
I was going to say, at this point, Brian Burns is not giving any deals either.
No, he's no discount. You guys have strung me along for 2 years with this deal. Like, we're going to give it to you. We're going to give it to you. Then give it to me, damn it.
Yeah, they're DJ Mooreing him already. That just seems how they handle this kind of thing.
Honestly, he should just leave.
That's the thing. He's not going to be able to leave. Yeah. They're going to keep him, and because there's so many different things they can do to keep him around as far as the tags and stuff like that.
He's just trapped in Carolina.
Exactly.
That's like CMC was, just trapped.
They've turned down multiple first-round picks for him already in past years.
Just to not trade him.
They're just going to hold on to him and kind of just I don't know how old Brian Burns is now. He has to be approaching his 30s at some point here. But
he's not that old.
I have no. You don't think? I think it's like 26 to 28, somewhere in there.
Okay, let's see.
But 27 million to 30 million. I have no confidence that a report's going to come out that they settled at like 28.5.
That it ended it ended amicably. Where everyone he's 25.
25. Wow,
he's still
so young.
Yeah,
so young. Please get him out of Carolina.
Get out of there.
God, Carolina. David Tepper, man.
Carolina has on defense between him, Derek Brown, and J.C. Horn to be. What a waste of assets.
That one free agent linebacker they have with the name.
Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had some guys there. I was thinking earlier, because later on I'll give my top 5 landing spots for Justin Fields. I thought I wanted to put the Panthers there, but I thought I don't want to go there.
No,
because they're just this badly
People
run
don't want to go there no more because
Yeah.
David Tepper and the way they've handled everything, and then missing on C.J. Stroud is still going to be what this era is defined by.
Yeah, and you got to rebound quickly. You look at the Cardinals; if they would have been stubborn about that Josh Rosen thing,
Yep,
it would have been the same thing. But they moved on quickly.
The year after.
Yep, Kyler Murray. Let's stop the bleeding ASAP.
The Panthers in the old before Tepper, they had Jimmy Clausen.
Yep.
And then the year after they drafted Cam Newton, and then he's Cam Newton. You have to just know when you're bad and know when the guy's not it, and they're still believing. Maybe Bryce Young is good. Maybe.
I think, yeah, okay. So he's the number 1 overall pick. So I let's maybe moving on from the next year is a little much for some people. Even though I think that's exactly what the Cardinals did.
What they did. Yeah, exactly. What they did.
But at least draft a J.J. McCarthy or
somebody,
Bo
anybody.
Nix or Penix, or one of the lower guys. Just get some keep taking shots at quarterback because nothing's going to work till you get a quarterback.
Yeah,
especially that division on the way up.
And everything's gonna look bad because quarterback is what defines your whole team is how good is your quarterback, and they have like the worst one.
Panthers.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Burns.
R.I.P.
25.
You're done. Gone too soon.
Let's move on to an older player now, Derrick Henry. He's going to be highly coveted. I don't think he's going to waste time. I think he's going to choose a team fast.
It's kind of fun to put in places.
Yeah, I think he is strictly now on Super Bowl patrol.
Yeah, he's
like that's all that matters.
Who gives me the best chance to win a chip? Because his resume is fantastic. But put a Super Bowl champ on there, he's a Hall of Famer.
Betting favorites to sign Derrick Henry. Let's go last to first here. The Texans at plus 750, Eagles plus 650, Cowboys plus 550, kind of incrementally there, kind of stacked. And then a huge jump up to the Baltimore Ravens plus 7.5. How do you like them on the Ravens?
Yes, please. And for the love of God, in the playoff game, don't forget about your running game if you sign Derrick Henry.
I think if they get someone like Derrick Henry,
he commands like give me the ball.
Yeah. I think it's a great fit for them. Honestly, I like him better there for some reason. I like Saquon better as a player at this point, but I like this fit better.
It's kind of the big tough guy.
Yeah, I mean
he's
get
probably
that
so much bigger than Lamar Jackson.
Oh,
like side by side.
Imagine him next to Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah, Keaton Mitchell's a little guy too. Yeah, he pairs well because there's so much speed on that team. You have Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers, Keaton Mitchell. Then you have this big, tough, bruising running back.
Yeah,
it's a nice balance.
I think they'll need it too because they don't have that identity on offense really at any position.
I mean, Gus Edwards had 12 touchdowns this year just from filling that role.
Yeah,
and Gus Edwards not nearly as good as Derrick Henry, even at this age of Derrick Henry.
Yeah, and they really just don't have that physical identity.
Yeah,
as a Baltimore Ravens team that in the AFC North, I think you need. Derrick Henry would give it to you.
Yeah.
The receivers are kind of small, more speed or finesse type receivers. Yep. The running backs are kind of just a group of good guys, but nothing too great. And Lamar Jackson obviously not known for his physicality. So I think Derrick Henry to the Ravens, I agree. To the Cowboys would be box office.
Yeah.
That would be that'd be kind of like
that would be like fun.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
It'd be on like headlines. He'd be a star again.
Yeah.
Like a true like big star.
Yeah.
Eagles, I don't see it happening, but I guess that'd be good. I don't know. Howie Roseman didn't spend money on running back, so I doubt he's going to give.
He's not paying
an aging running back a contract. Texans,
just because they had a lot of money. I don't think that's
really it.
Yeah.
Rams releasing veteran center Brandon Allen after 5 seasons. Brian Allen. He's pretty good, isn't he?
Solid center. He'll be picked up.
See, I love these kind of acquisitions where someone could pick him up and he's going to help.
Yep.
He's going to help a good amount. So like a rebuilding O-line.
Come to freaking Denver, man. A lot of teams could use a Brian Allen. Just a solid center. Not great, but solid.
A couple of veteran tackles here deciding, listen, I'm not riding off to that sunset. I'm coming back.
Coming back, bitch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Tyron Smith of the Cowboys and Terron Armstead of the Dolphins both saying that they are going to come back for at least one more season.
Yeah.
Good. Those are two of the best players in the NFL.
Yeah. Armstead has a contract, so he's fine. Mm-hmm. Tyron Smith has no contract, but he wants to come back and play again. So curious to see where he lands.
Jets. Him and
Jets.
Bakhtiari.
There's a lot of teams that use left tackle. But yeah, him, Bakhtiari. Well, who's playing right tackle?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I'd rather have Tyron Smith than
Bakhtiari.
Bakhtiari.
At this point of their career, I don't think they care. And obviously, neither of them are coming off like super elite play.
You know, I think Tyron Smith 2 years ago when he got hurt, and Tyler Smith, right? Mm-hmm. I think he played left tackle. I think he's played right tackle in his career at some point.
I think so too.
Yeah. So maybe he makes the move over there.
Just fix the Jets.
There you go. You're welcome.
Amazon Prime Video will pay a record $120 million to stream its first NFL playoff game 2024.
Oh my God! You know what this means?
Yep.
This
is just the beginning.
This sucks. This sucks.
It's the beginning of us. I have a Peacock account right now that I don't need. I don't want. Paramount Plus. I've signed up for that. Don't need it. Don't want it. But I've had to do all these different things to watch a freaking NFL game, NFL playoff game.
This sucks.
An NFL playoff game should not be behind any kind of like paywall as far as like other than like basic TV. It should be on network television.
CBS, NBC, or Fox. If you're feeling crazy, NFL Network. That should be as far as you go.
Yeah.
I hate this.
The NFL is just determined to squeeze every last bit of money.
And they're going to get it. Because I'm going to pay for it.
This is a Goodell thing. Like Goodell, this is what he's done his entire tenure.
He's made money for the NFL.
Yeah, and that's why owners love him and keep reelecting him.
Yeah,
despite all the stuff that he's been through.
Yeah.
But this is just what it is.
This sucks.
Raiders exploring trading for quarterback Justin Fields per Tony Pauline.
That's a good team with Justin Fields.
It is in a vacuum, but we have to remember Luke Getsy is now the OC there. Yep. Former OC of the Bears. That is the only reason I don't like him there. Other than that, I would be kind of for it. The only thing I want to make sure you have, like, I don't want Antonio Pierce in the quarterback room, like, trying to teach Justin Fields. Like, I want an actual, like,
quarterback guru.
Yeah, quarterback guru, or even someone who can. I don't want to go into Antonio Pierce. I'm not convinced if Antonio Pierce's X is an O.
It would have been nice if Cliff Kingsbury would have went. Then you felt a little more confident.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get into this Justin Fields thing a little bit here as we wind down. Just lost my. Justin Fields went on the Amon-Ra St. Brown podcast. Getting a little emotional about this. Amon-Ra St. Brown podcast talked about a lot of things. I'm gonna pull that up right now. Among them, though, he started off by saying, "Listen, let me say this first. I want to stay in Chicago. That's what I want."
That's a big statement.
I mean, it's not too much has been done where he can't stay. Like, I think last episode we said, like, this is already done, and I don't know if we like feel that strongly, like, to say that there's no going back. Yeah, right. He can go back to Chicago.
Yeah, he can. Might be a little awkward at first, but I think if they start winning, I think it'll just go away.
Yeah, I think what would help is that the locker room freaking loves him.
Yeah, the players love him,
and the fans love him. Just the front office doesn't love him.
Yeah, since day one. But we said last time why we were so strong against it, because like they haven't treated him right since day one. That's why we said just get out of there already.
Yeah, they've really dropped the ball as far as developing, not developing him, but like he's developed in spite of them. I'll say it like that.
Yeah, like
he hasn't developed, I think, in a lot of people's eyes very much. I think he has. Like his completion percentage, like if you just watch him, making things happen. But any development he has had, it's not because the Bears done a great job surrounding him with coaching and players.
They just gave him a first. They just gave him a true number one, and they drafted Cole Kmet, who slowly came on. Yeah, they really don't have a run game.
Yeah, if you look at the numbers between him throwing the ball to those two guys, Kmet and DJ Moore, and anyone else, it's like huge gap.
Yeah, I mean, credit to them, to the Bears, for trading for DJ Moore and drafting Cole Kmet, but still, you could have look what they did with Jalen Hurts, and look what Jalen Hurts is now.
This is I'm gonna keep playing these clips too. Justin Fields on can he see himself playing somewhere else?
Stay in Chicago or what's up?
Yeah, of course. Of course I want to stay. I can't see myself playing in another place, but if it was up to me, I would want to stay in Chicago. I love the city. The city's lit. The fans are, they're great. And the people. It's a business. I ain't got no control over it, so whatever happens, happens. But I feel like the biggest thing with all this going on right now, I just want it to be over. Like, just let me know if I'm getting traded. Let me know if I'm staying, this and that, because I like watching film in the offseason. I like watching the offense, you feel me? Seeing what they're going to do a lot and stuff like that,
So we have to realize about these clips is that there's no way Justin Fields can come on here and say everything he feels.
Yeah.
Right? He has to play the game a little bit.
His publicist told him, don't say everything.
I think he handled that perfectly.
Yeah. It's a very mature answer.
Yeah, like I want to stay here. I know it's a business.
Yeah.
But I just wanted what I like about this is like I just want it to be done. Because to me it's like wherever he goes next, like he's gonna be all in there.
He literally said like I just want to be done so I can get to work already.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think later on in the interview he said like I watch a lot of film in the offseason and he doesn't know what to watch.
Yeah.
He
wants to get to work already.
Yeah. So I love that about that part of the interview. I'm not going to play all of it obviously, but there's a lot of clips out here, but I'm going to play one more after this. But he talks a lot about the Steelers. He mentions that being his favorite stadium to play in other than Soldier Field.
Yep.
That's exciting.
It's not by accident that he said that.
He talks about the Atlanta Falcons. The only curious thing he said about the Atlanta Falcons is he said they probably need another receiver. Let's not get greedy, Justin.
They got some pretty good weapons over there.
You're coming from DJ Moore and Cole Kmet.
Yeah.
I think Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier.
I think that's a nice.
Not to mention Johnny Smith.
Yeah, that's not a bad, swap.
Yeah, let's pump the brakes. The other thing that was like took over the internet yesterday was that he unfollowed the Bears.
Yeah.
So he was obviously asked about that right off the bat. This is what he had to say.
I mean,
What's
we're not comparing.
No. Since we're here,
all right, come on.
what's with the unfollow with the Bears? What's up with that?
Man, bro, I'm glad we're talking about it because why do people take social media so serious? Like,
But like, why are you unfollowing the Bears?
like I still mess with the Bears. This and that. I'm just trying to take a little break. I unfollow the Bears and the NFL, bro. I'm not just trying to have football on my timeline. Like, I know y'all mess with a girl, EQ, especially you. Just because you don't follow the girl on IG don't mean you're not messing with her.
That's true. That's true. That's facts. That's facts.
Oh, so you're saying you mess with the Bears more now that you unfollow them?
Man, it's not even like that.
Okay.
It's something that I don't want to see in my timeline. I'm about to go on vacation. I don't want to see no football. And guess what?
Just get a little away for a little bit.
It's either keep Fields. We want Fields. It's either draft Caleb. So it's like, bro, man, I'm tired of hearing the talk. I just want it to be over.
Just because
it's a good interview.
You don't follow a girl doesn't mean that you're not messing with them.
That's the line that came out of this.
That's some bars, dude.
It obviously
on
resonated with a lot of people.
Yeah, that's tough.
And it's a good analogy.
Yeah.
It's a good analogy of like, listen, like this social media does not mean everything in the real world.
Yeah, there's social media and then there's actual life.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
And I think he gives a good reason. He's like, look, I'm going on vacation. I'm taking some time off.
I don't want to see football.
And I don't want to see football on my timeline.
Yeah, most players do. After the season ends, they're like, okay, I'm gonna work out in a month and a half.
Yeah.
But until then, I don't no football because this is their life since they were like 10 years old.
Right. And then he describes like the things he doesn't want to see. I thought he was super candid. Like, it's either keep Fields or trade for Caleb. He's like, flip that.
Yeah.
Draft Caleb Williams or keep Fields. And he's like, I'm sick of seeing it. Like it's been the same story for months.
Yeah.
And I just wants to be over. So, Justin Fields, go listen to the whole podcast. I wish I knew the name so I could give. Nope, don't know what it's called. But I'm Ross Brown. Go find his podcast. Good podcast.
Sure, it's great.
I want to look real quick at a couple things. What it would mean for a team to trade for Justin Fields. Okay. 2024, he has a $3.2 million guarantee on his contract. That's a cheap starting quarterback.
It's pretty good.
But 2025, he has a fifth-year option. That fifth-year option needs to be decided on by May 2nd.
Okay.
The option's for $22 million. I mean, you're immediately picking that up for sure.
Yes. It's a cheap deal. Yeah.
And then I think you can still play out this year without a contract. And then going into his option year, that's when you say, okay, are we going to extend him or not?
Yeah.
The projected extension number is massive. 6 years, $283 million. But if he's your guy, he's your guy.
Yeah.
And that's just the cost of doing business.
That's just the cost of getting a quarterback. I would have $22 million is easy. Sign me up.
Okay.
That's less than Daniel Jones. That's less than Baker Mayfield's gonna get this year. That's
and you would play him on that. You wouldn't sign him to extension right away.
Oh, I would. But it's still like if you can get away with it, I would play him this year and then sign him next year.
Yeah.
Or sign him long term but say this year get paid on $22 million though.
Okay.
So we can work around the contract.
Yeah.
I'm using that as a weapon in free agency.
Yeah, because at first I thought like, okay, well I'm just gonna play him out in this $22 million and I'll extend him next year.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is that by then Lawrence will be signed. By then these other massive Dak Prescott will sign his extension, and maybe even Tua will sign their extensions, and it's just the quarterback.
And then the cap
it just keeps going up.
So the number goes up, yeah.
So you want to get ahead of it. We've talked a lot about Justin Fields and where he can go. So I thought, let me put together my list, my O-Fish list of where I want to see just my favorite spots for Justin Fields' landing spot. Number 1, I have the Atlanta Falcons. And I know we talked about this earlier versus my number 2, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's why I have the Atlanta Falcons over the Steelers. I think their defense was better. Sneakily, I think their defense was better.
Crazy to say.
It's not crazy if you go look at the numbers. And that's exactly like what was surprising to me too. Atlanta Falcons had a good defense last year.
Yeah.
Like a really good defense. They're getting better coaching now with Raheem Morris coming to town. And the weapons. The weapons are just better. They're like just straight. Like I would take Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Jonnu Smith, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier over Pickens, Najee Harris, and Deontay Johnson. I would just in a second. They're younger. They can grow together with them. And he's from Georgia. I think the come home kid story would be really cool. I think that'd work. But I do love the Steelers. I think if he doesn't go to the Falcons, I would love to see him in the Steelers.
Pittsburgh would be such a dope fit.
Yeah, I think he's a good fit for the city. I think he has that tough guy thing. I think he would do great in the AFC North because he's pretty good at those games where it gets ugly.
Yeah.
Because he's scrappy.
Yeah, because he'll just do it himself. And yeah. There's a lot of clips of him just getting thrown around, but like getting a first down or whatever, and he shows that he has that kind of toughness.
Yeah, I'm not saying he is this guy, but I'm saying he plays to me a lot like Josh Allen, where he's scrappy. It doesn't always look pretty.
Yeah.
But he's just a gamer. He's just go out there and he has physical ability to do some crazy things.
I think that's as good as he can get is Josh Allen.
Yeah. Third here, mine's the Broncos.
Okay.
I put them above these other teams because Sean Payton.
Yeah.
I think if he can get in a room with Sean Payton for the next 6 years of his career, I think you're going to see him turn into the best version of himself.
Yeah.
I don't love their weapons. I don't love the division they're in, but I think if you get Sean Payton, I think he can do really well. The Patriots are my next one. The Patriots, you know what I realized about the Patriots? No one mocks sexy free agents there. Like, no one says, like, yeah, you know where he can go? He can probably go to the Patriots. Yeah. He can definitely go to the Patriots. But Bill Belichick, for the last 25 years, has sucked every bit of sexy out of the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
That no one even wants to send a guy there because it's not exciting.
Yeah.
But he could definitely go to the Patriots. I think it's a good spot. The Bucks.
Easy.
The Bucks should go get him.
Easy.
The Bucks should go get him.
Easy.
Really?
No, I'll take Fields over Baker Mayfield.
And then you get like a reset. And if you want to compete, like, okay, let's put Justin Fields in there and let's go build a team.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to do it, but yeah, that's a nice
They're definitely not going to
nice fit. No.
They're definitely not going to do it. And then I have the Raiders at number 6 just to show how much I don't want him to go there. I don't want him to be with Luke Getsy.
I don't think he wants to be with Luke Getsy.
I'm not sold on Antonio Pierce. I get the guys like him, but we've seen this fade out with other coaches like him. I'm thinking of Jeff Saturday. Mm-hmm. Like eventually, when like the rah-rah doesn't work anymore, you're gonna want a coach who can schematically be better than the other coach.
I'm sure he's schematically good though.
Right, but what I'm saying, who can schematically be better than the other coach?
Tell you what, though, he's in a tough division to be schematically better.
Exactly. He's in
Harbaugh, Andy Reid, and Sean Payton.
Yeah, I don't care. He's gonna get. Andy Reid is gonna run circles around him.
Yeah.
Harbaugh is gonna run. Sean Payton, all these guys are gonna run circles around him.
Yeah.
And so, unless his assistant coaches are just like, top notch and able to hang with those guys, I can't see that working for very long. But yeah, Raiders are another team, so I need to put him in there. But those are my top spots for him. Anyone I left out, you think?
No. There's always a mystery team.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Who would be the surprise team? Like that crazy team that came up off the top of your head. Want me to do mine so you can have a second?
Okay, yeah.
Seattle Seahawks.
49ers.
Ooh, that's a good one. 49ers. That would shock the world.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy or Justin Fields? They're never going to do it.
No. But he's better than Brock Purdy.
Yeah, he is.
Just saying.
Wow. That would be so exciting.
That'd be freaking phenomenal.
Yeah. What do you think about him on the Seahawks?
Yeah. Oh yeah. DK, JSN, Lockett, if they keep them, they have a good running game.
Did you hear about what the OC said about their offense?
They want to run the ball, which is good because that's what they've been doing.
And they have 2 great running backs. 2 first-round running backs, right?
So, I would – I can't wait for this to unfold. I'm not getting tired of talking about it, but I want it to happen already.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot like Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Let's see what's happening.
We're basically the same person.
That's our show for today, guys. Thanks so much for joining us on this Friday. Have a great weekend. Happy birthday, Angel. You have a great weekend as well.
I will.
And we'll see you Monday with more NFL, more of the same, really.
Yep.
See you then.
Peace.